Cincinnati Bengals favored at 2.5 points on the road in the same state versus the Deshaun Watson-led Cleveland Browns.
The dog pound. Is this
the dog pound? It's in the dog pound.
This is in the dog pound. Woof. Well, I know that Joe Burrow, of all the teams in that division he struggles against, it's definitely the Browns for some reason. And whoever wins this game, I can't put a finger on one. I'll put it on the Bengals just because of the respect factor. But he historically struggles against them. This is going to be an ugly game. Two teams that are starting to piece things together. Deshaun Watson, I can see him starting slow the first month of the season. I'm going to take the Bengals to win by a field goal, but it's not going to be a pretty game. I see it kind of like how the playoff game was against the Ravens, where kind of struggles a little bit on offense. Defense takes care of its job. I'm going to take the Bengals to win by a field goal, but it's not going to be a pretty game.
Yeah, so for me, as a huge Bengals fan and someone who believes Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the league, I have to go with the Browns in this game because they're at home, and then Joe Burrow lost to the Steelers in week 1 last year. Bengals typically start out the year a little bit slow. There's some rumblings about why they don't start as fast. Joe Burrow is also coming off that injury into this game, so it'll be a little bit, I don't think Joe Burrow's ever someone who gets gun shy, but it'll definitely be in the back of his mind because he wants to stay healthy throughout the rest of the year. And then also he has a 1-4 record versus the Cleveland Browns. He's only won one game versus them. I believe he lost to them before Deshaun Watson was even playing last year.
Yeah.
He had a terrible game. I think he threw 3 picks, and I think Myles Garrett is really his nemesis. So the offensive line, it's a new offensive line. That's a unit that usually takes a couple of weeks to really gel and start firing on all cylinders here. So I think Nick Chubb is going to be enough to get you to the finish line in this game. And then just that record versus the Browns, 1-4, the week 1 loss, the Bengals kind of starting out a little bit slow. Going to actually go with Cleveland in this game.
Yeah, see, I was kind of on the fence about it too, because I think on Cincinnati's side, it's going to be an ugly game. You got Myles Garrett, who's going to wreck that offensive line. Denzel Ward, one of the best corners in the league, pairing up with Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow's banged up. I see the vision here. I picked the Bengals to win. However, this is a game that's going to be close. No doubt about it. And it's a division game, and division games are weird.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a close game. I think Deshaun Watson, if he comes out and has a good game and Joe Burrow struggles, we're going to see all the headlines. Is Deshaun Watson better than Joe Burrow?
Yep. We're always going to see that.
So this will definitely be a storyline heavy game throughout the year. Divisional matchup week 1, always a tough time, but easier to game plan for.